Now, KCAU 9 News starts with your forecast first.
Hey, good evening out there, Siouxland. We're live here in Lamar's from Ice Cream Days, and it's some gorgeous weather. You can see some gorgeous weather out on the KCAU 9 studio camera as well. We are seeing those temperatures in the 80s for us, area-wide, very mild air out there for us too, and plenty of sunshine again. Very breezy though, as you can tell, and then we are seeing again those temperatures in the 80s, and I'll have details on when we see some more showers and storms on the way in my full forecast. KCAU 9 News at 5 starts right now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us on your Thursday. I'm Sophie Erber. In a victory for abortion rights advocates, the Supreme Court rejected a legal challenge to the abortion pill mifepristone. We have the latest now in our top story at 5. In a unanimous ruling, the Supreme Court rejected a lawsuit seeking to restrict access to the abortion drug mifepristone. The decision means, for now, people can still easily access the drug, which is used in roughly 2/3 of all U.S. abortions. Abortion right advocates argue mifepristone is safe and effective, but they aren't really thrilled about the ruling either.
This is not a cause for celebration, because the reality is certain things are still not going to change. 2/3 of women of reproductive age in America live in a state with a Trump abortion ban.
Democratic Senator Mark Warner says Republican lawmakers are working to roll back access even further. Abortion opponents say the fight is far from over tonight. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley said the U.S. Supreme Court's decision does not restrict access on mifepristone. The widely used abortion pill doesn't impact South Dakota's abortion laws. Several anti-abortion doctors have challenged the FDA's changes to make mifepristone more accessible. The Supreme Court's unanimous decision, though, ruled opponents couldn't sue the FDA, but it didn't mention the use of the abortion drug in each state. Jackley, along with 21 other attorneys general, opposed the FDA policies for mifepristone accessibility. And in other news tonight, parts of Siouxland saw some pretty sizable hail last night. Today, residents are assessing the destruction with a little help from professionals. Sioux City Body Shops and Sioux Body Shop's phone has been ringing off the hook since opening up this morning, with many folks' car windows smashed and their bodies dented by the large hailstones. One Siouxland driver got caught up in yesterday's storm, saying he's never seen hail that big or destructive in his life.
Tennis ball size hail just came down like crazy. I couldn't have did it with the sledgehammer as well as the hailstorm did. Every panel needs replaced, roof, hood, going to be totaled, I'm pretty sure.
Widener says to repair his truck, it would cost him $25,000. So instead, he plans on purchasing a new one, but the same model. Coming up at 6, KCAU 9 News reporter Tyler Euchner spoke with a local expert about what to do if you and your car get damaged by hail. Some Siouxland kids are learning about aviation with some hands-on lessons this summer. The Mid-American Museum Summer Camp has been going on for 2 years now, and there are 2 day-long sessions for 8th through 12th graders to join in. At the camp, these children learn about the museum, plus explore their own interest in aviation. One of the kids shared her favorite thing that she's learned so far.
I have looked inside the plane, different popular people who've flown different kind of planes, plane crashes, and how to fix things and how to navigate different things.
The kids won't just be learning on the ground, though. Tomorrow, the junior pilots take flight in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. KCAU 9 set to shine a spotlight on another one of the region's communities. Our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast tomorrow will be brought to you live from Holstein, Iowa. We will be featuring the town's history, German culture, and local businesses. So tune in to Hometown Proud Holstein. That's again tomorrow evening at 5 and 6 Central Time. A group is traveling nearly 900 miles, raising awareness about veteran suicide. Today, riders for veterans stopped at Freedom Park in South Sioux City. That stop was their halfway mark along the Medal of Honor Highway after starting in Wyoming. The CEO of Rides for Veterans, James Greer, started the foundation back in 2021 after learning many veterans ages 50 and up commit suicide. His goal became to draw attention to that cause and get more people involved. This year's ride will end in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Another type of two-wheel transportation will be weaving a path through Sioux City's Cone Park that begins this weekend. A grand opening activity set for a new world-class bike park there. Tim joins me now with a preview of that facility built for pedals. Tim?
That's right, pedal power. No motors on the cycles at this park, just manpower. And after getting a closer look at the recreation area, even those not on a bike for years just might want to get ready to ride. It's all in this edition of Siouxland Stories.
Oh!
From a dream,
the Chesterman Foundation came in with $1 million donation to this project, which is incredibly generous because he saw the vision of what this could be.
to the real deal.
What quickly followed that we were blown away about was the local community support that saw the vision for this and said, we want in. We want to make this happen to the full extent of what you want. We don't want to cut corners and cut pieces out.
And it happened with just more than a year of work. The $3 million Cone Park Bike Park offers 3 distinctively different riding options. 10.5 miles of trail, a paved pump track, and skills areas for beginner to advanced riders. Designed and built by some of the most recognized biking experts in the world.
We were so lucky to get the International Mountain Biking Association. For the people that don't know, these are the guys that write the books on how to build trail systems. These are the guys that train trail builders on how to build trail systems.
There's nothing like this anywhere close to here, probably within 200 miles or so. So it'll definitely become a destination, and it'll definitely be a place to come and visit and, you know, test your skills.
And Michael Sroka of Arkansas-based Rock Solid Trail Contracting should know. He's been riding and building bike parks for years.
So we had flag line laid out for us by IMBA, and we kind of followed their guideline where they wanted the trails to go, but we definitely put our own special touch on some of this stuff to make it more exciting and for it to make sense and to have really good watershed as well.
He and a crew of 8 bringing untouched areas to life, moving, molding, and manicuring dirt, and a lot of it.
It's been a lot of topsoil that we've moved and a lot of native soil that we've moved as well. So it's been a significant amount, that's for sure.
Now it's the riders themselves who can best share what makes this recreational opportunity so special. Why other communities will model future projects after what Sioux City has accomplished.
Oh, I was so completely stoked. I mean, I never thought we'd have something of this magnitude here. So, yeah, absolutely awesome. Lots of different sensations. It's just really cool. If you think a little too much before you start, like to go ride or whatever, maybe some fear, but as soon as you drop in, it's just all that stuff, anything that you thought was on your mind or anything just completely leaves, and it's just you and the bike. So the asphalt, it's really smooth, and the way it's just kind of paid for you. But that's what's really cool about the dirt trails in the woods is you kind of have to make up your way as you go, and it makes it pretty exciting. Up in the woods, you really become one with like I said, the trees and the wildlife, and yeah, it's really cool just floating through the trees, through the shade and everything, and it's really cool.
Random riders have been testing the trails for a few days now. After this weekend's grand opening at Bike Fest, it's time for Siouxland to saddle up.
I think we're going to be leading the way here as communities look around and go, this is unique, this is cool.